The round of 16 in the Euros are around the corner, and Gareth Southgate knows why England might not make it. You're watching Foot and Mouth. Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Ethan, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing pretty good. I think the Euros have been really good so far.
Surprisingly, bro. I mean, I know I low key didn't like shit on it, but I was like, no, it's not really as entertaining as the World Cup.
Honestly, it's better than the World Cup because I think the gap between the worst team and the best team is a lot smaller.
Fair enough. No, but there's been a lot of surprises, bro. Not many people surprised by England's performances.
Look, before we get into that, I just want to touch on it's confirmed Poland and Scotland are out.
Yep, they are the only two as of yet. I think also there's only a handful of teams that are confirmed through, but there's still winners and second places to be decided, of course.
But Scotland, very disappointing. I actually saw a list of their last, all their international, and they always go out in the group stages.
That's why when we did our predictions, I told you, bro, Hungary's finishing above Scotland.
It's fucking Hungary. All they got is Dominic Szoboszlai. And look, to be fair, they were lucky to beat Scotland last night. I think they scored in
That was a weird game.
They scored super late. So they were lucky to win. But yes.
Also, there was a Hungary player that got knocked out on the pitch, which was hectic.
Hey, look, I've watched enough UFC to see people get knocked out and not give a shit.
And you watched that slap.
Yeah, that slap. Look, Scotland, very disappointing. I know, you don't expect much from them, but let's be honest, it's Hungary.
Like I said, look, I mean, in the build-up, Hungary have looked better. I obviously don't know much about the team, but everything I'd seen highlights-wise,
you know nothing about the team. You know, Dominic
slob
on my boss line.
Based off their highlights and everything in the build-up to the Euros, they looked like something was there. So that's why I did have a little bit of faith.
Hey, McTominay had a great season at United.
McTominay, didn't he score in the game against Hungary?
That didn't end 1-0.
Oh, was it 1-1?
No, Hungary won. That's why Hungary went through.
Oh, was Scotland's goal disallowed?
Yeah, I think Scotland got a disallowed goal.
Oh, my word. I had seen it when Scotland had a goal, because our must stream just switched on its own.
Yes, it went to the Germany.
I don't know why, but Scotland definitely going to be disappointed. McTominay, I guess he can hold his head up high.
Can he though? He's been non-existent.
That's what I say. I just mean, like you said, you look at the history of them. They don't do well. So it's like he didn't do any worse than the previous guys.
I'm expecting some individual players to do well. I'm expecting a dude who starts for Man United to do well in Scotland.
Should he be starting for Man United?
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, Poland as well. They've also what did
Lewandowski? He was just there for holiday.
Lewandowski did nothing.
He just went back to visit the Bayern Stadium.
Yeah, and I hope he had a good time. But he even Poland, they didn't look bad though. At least they put up a fight. Because even when they played Netherlands, Poland was a good game.
Yeah, and Netherlands have been punching above their weight. I know, you like them going into the tournament, but still, in terms of recent history, they have been punching above their weight because they've been looking very good, even against which we will get onto France, yeah. But yeah, Poland, I expected a bit more, at least a few more goals.
Poland, they have Szczesny, don't they?
They have Szczesny.
Yeah, that's bad. That's terrible.
I think he did have one or two blunders.
And what's sad is I saw statistically because they had to win a penalty shootout to get to even qualify. Yeah, so technically they're the first team out and they were the last team to qualify. Oh, yeah. How's that for
last one in, first one out? I look again. I don't know much about that team. I don't really see that team being.
You know more than Hungary.
I know more than Hungary, but they also going to be disappointed. I think they could have at least gone.
They should have
through the group stage, bro.
Look, it's been a very good tournament so far, and what's nice is it's been a very young. You know what I mean?
The youngsters are stealing all
the base players in these teams are young players. Yep. Like Yamal, Arda Güler, even Bellingham still counts as a young player, to be honest.
Yeah,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah. Young at heart. Young at heart, bro. Yes.
But no, it's been a very fucking good tournament so far. And it's nice to see teams like Romania.
Dude, just surprised
Georgia.
Look, when Romania beat Ukraine 3-0, I was like,
yeah, no way. Well, Ukraine has absolutely done nothing though. That's another team.
And I feel so bad that I convinced you.
You convinced me to change my whole idea. I thought they were a good team, bro. I thought they had Mudryk.
I convinced you.
But yeah, Albania have also looked good. Denmark obviously got a draw against England.
For me,
Austria,
bro.
yeah.
Austria
look, shout out to Ralf Rangnick. They look better than England right now.
For real, dude. And look, we'll start on England. You mentioned Bellingham. First game, Bellingham.
Amazing.
amazing. First half general.
Same with Declan Rice.
First half. That first half for England when they played, who was their first game? Slovenia? No, not Serbia. It was so good, bro. And then there was a bit of drop off in the second half, but I think people could forgive it because the individuals that stood out, bro. Second game.
Yeah, second game, it was the opposite. Like Foden probably had the best game in the second game.
I couldn't understand what I was watching. It was obviously with Denmark. And I think England can count themselves kind of lucky at the end of it that they didn't lose.
Yeah.
Because they didn't deserve a point, bro.
Well, they haven't deserved a point so far in this tournament, to be honest.
Well, no, like I'm saying, in the first game, you give it to them. In the first game, you can accept the Jekyll and Hyde and be like, cool, at least they got the 3 points, they scored the goal. That's what matters. In the second game, bro, I'm just, from start to finish, it just seemed like they were just up against it and they were the second best team on the night. Like, it was shocking.
The only issue with them is that whatever system they've got going, they don't work very hard. And I know, like, you can argue, oh, the players look tired, yada yada yada. They did look tired. It doesn't make sense that they did look tired though. They're playing a one game a fucking week tournament right now.
And look, the issue is, whenever they go a goal up, they immediately just retreat.
We've seen the diagrams that shows the positioning and how they actively fall back every single player.
Bro. If Southgate's like, yeah, this is international football, you've clearly misunderstood what international football is because you're not gonna win games like that, bro.
No, but what's weird is like
not in the group stages at least, bro.
Southgate's kind of in a little bit of a catch-22 because he's the type of dude. Can we think of like a dumb joke? He's the type of dude to piss sitting down. But he's the type of he's kind of like, we know he's the type of dude to like pick his favorites, and he's been clowned on that for literally just picking his favorites. And then what's sad is this time he
picks on merit.
The one time he doesn't do that, and he doesn't. There's no Maguire that's injured, no Henderson or whatever.
Yeah,
this is when now people are being like, oh, why are you playing Trent in the mid? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm seeing a lot of people even saying like someone like Grealish should have been, and Rashford,
they
should have been back in the team. But when the team was announced,
people were like, oh, this is a good team. So he isn't a bit of a catch-22. It seems like
it's his tactics, bro. It's just his tactics. It's the tactics he employs in the game. It's not working, bro. And again, we spoke about the record before, about how few games he's lost as England manager. We did also highlight how many draws he's got. And look, he's just added another one. This is not a style of football that gets you wins, bro. It's proven to not win that often.
To be honest, though, it should. Like I know it's not a great tactic, but you should be able to Mourinho just sit out a 1-0 win and literally back.
But you can't sit back from the first half. Not even Mourinho would do that.
If I score in the first half, I'm sitting back.
Not even Mourinho would do that.
I agree totally. The system he's playing, it's stupid, but it should, with the quality of players, it should still work. I shouldn't see Austria and think, wow, Austria look better than fucking England do.
I shouldn't see England struggling against Denmark in general.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, all due respect to Denmark, you look, like you said, you look at those players, position by position, bro. England have one of the best teams in this tournament.
Position by position, they probably do have the best team.
You could probably, the only team you'd argue against them is probably France at this point, and even France look a little bit shaky.
Yeah, France are kind of shit.
I think the manager needs to go, bro. Southgate needs to go. Whatever happens in this tournament, if he gets through this group stage, which right now
he will.
But it is still an if. That's the fucked up.
But
part.
I think even if they lose, they're still in on 4 points and they're still third in the group.
They're second or third.
Yeah, so they'll still be third. They'll still go through. So they will go through.
Then they are definitely out in the round of 16, bro. Because all the other teams that are leading their groups, first, second, and even third in most cases, are definitely outperforming England. And Southgate has said that it's because they've struggled to replace Calvin Phillips.
For me, that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Why would you say that?
Once he said that, then I was like, "Alright, this dude's lost. This dude's lost. Game's gone." And what's sad is, he could have just picked Calvin Phillips. He could have just.
But again, because he picked on merit.
Yes, because
Calvin Phillips didn't deserve a call-up.
Exactly.
But maybe he should have picked Henderson.
Henderson is actually an argument, because
maybe he should have just picked him, just even if he was on the bench, and then just throw him on if need be, bro.
Because Henderson would have been a lot more solid than what Trent is doing in the mid right now.
Even Gallagher in his cameos, he hasn't done much to assist the team going forward. He wins a lot of possession, which is good, and
he works hard.
But like, it's the finishing, it's the end product, bro.
But look, from what I've heard, Gallagher's gonna start the next game. Look, I
think he should start.
Yeah, I think he should start.
start.
We will go into like what we think England should do now, but that comment, and you mix that in with Harry Kane's comments. Did you see Harry Kane
speaking about the pundits?
Yeah, speaking about how they've also achieved nothing. They played for this. It's very fucking it's very defensive.
It's cagey, bruh.
Yeah,
it's cagey.
I don't know why nobody's able to just take it on the chin and be like, yeah, shit's not working out right now. You can't say, oh, it's because we don't have Calvin Phillips. You can't say,
you can't say that.
You can't say, oh, don't criticize us because you've also done nothing. Those are very you can't come up with excuses in this time.
You're underperforming.
You're doing so badly that you kind of just have to be like, yeah, that's it. You're right.
Again, no one in England, in the UK, all these pundits that are criticizing the team, no one wants to see England do well more than them.
Yes, exactly.
That's how bad things are on the pitch, bro. You can see it. You don't need to read stats even. You know what I mean? The eye test says England are performing so below par.
Yeah.
And look, I think it honestly starts. If anything, you're saying now Gallagher could possibly start the next game. Start Gordon and drop Foden for the next game. Bring on Foden from the bench and maybe do better up against tired legs in the second half. Because I don't think Foden... Look, he looked better in the Denmark game.
I remember I said this at the beginning. These players are going to stand on each other's toes. I
said
this exact same thing.
You said they're going to operate the same space and they're going to get in each other's ways.
And we're seeing that Harry Kane is coming so deep all the time. He's gotten one goal in this whole tournament so far. Even I would argue even Harry Kane shouldn't be starting. I'd argue Watkins should be starting. With the way Watkins plays, he's fast, he's willing to make the runs. That's a lot.
And he doesn't drop deep.
No, he doesn't drop deep. It's a much better outlet for a player like Trent who's looking to play that ball. That's why I think we've seen all the attacking come from the right. Because Saka is the only one who's really making the same consistent run every time.
True. So Saka also does have a good right back behind him.
Yes, Kyle Walker. Yeah. So there is an outlet there, whereas Foden is always going to come in. Harry Kane is always going to come in. So there is no long ball that Trent...
Throw Bellingham in there.
There is no long ball that Trent can play. And we know Trent, he is always looking to play that long ball. So there's got to be some kind of change in the system. I would say don't even start Harry Kane. Or I'm
open to that, bro.
I would say you can't play Kane and Trent together because Trent is always looking for the long balls. Kane always looking to come close. Same thing with Foden. So if you're going to start Trent, put Anthony Gordon, which I said from the start Anthony Gordon on the left. Yeah. And then maybe do Watkins on the right just because it gives you more of an outlet. There's more speed there. They are willing to make more runs.
Yeah.
But I think the ultimate argument is
Cole Palmer.
Just don't start Trent.
Yeah, I guess. I was going to ask you, do you think that
have Declan Rice and Bellingham be the ones at the back? Yeah. Start Foden in the 10.
Yeah.
So Foden goes
that makes a lot more sense.
Foden goes where Bellingham is now, and then you can still put someone else on the left wing, whether you want Anthony Gordon or whatever.
Idea at Madrid is that Bellingham is gonna get dropped back to a central.
Yes, it's just because they didn't have a striker.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not like he can't play there, bruh.
So you can still play the stars. You can still play Foden, Bellingham, and Rice if you want, but you're gonna have to move them. Bellingham can't be the one doing the attacking. He's good enough physically to defend. So have him sit back in like a number 8 spot just in front of Declan Rice, and then have Foden be all the way in front of them. Yeah. But even then you might still run into the issue of Kane and Foden equaling each other's space.
Well, that's again where you come into don't start Kane.
Yeah, but again, Kane is...
You can't drop
Harry Kane. No, you can't drop Harry Kane. I think Foden's more likely to get dropped than Harry Kane is. Harry Kane is literally the captain of the team.
Yeah.
But Foden is very what's the word I'm looking for? Malleable. He can adjust. He can go out to the wings. He can find the space.
He didn't look like that in his first game, bro.
He looked good in the second game though. In the second game, he actually looked better than Bellingham. He looked better than Declan Rice.
But when you're the best of that batch of players, it doesn't say much, bro. That was a terrible game.
It was a terrible game, for sure. But England are going to have to do something. I don't necessarily think Conor Gaggs, I don't think he's necessarily the way. I don't think
Gallagher wins you games like he does at Chelsea with this England squad. You know what I mean? Like, if he's in this team, he's obviously going to know his role. And like I say, he wins a lot of possession and he's a workhorse. But you need something. I'm with you in the sense of Bellingham and Rice in midfield. I think that's a solid central midfield partnership. Because I don't buy AlexanderArnold in the midfield, bro. I'm going to say it. I don't think he's terrible. I just don't think that he is a midfielder that is going to make the difference, bro. Not right now.
Well,
right now.
We know he isn't a midfielder. We know
of course. I don't understand why when he was listed as a midfielder on the team sheet, I was like, this is just a nightmare, bro.
And that's a whole nother thing. Like, Southgate can't be fucking like tasting out positions in a tournament like this.
You got 3 games, bro.
Yeah, you can't be putting in players in positions they've literally never played before just because you think it might work. Like we said, we're seeing the same thing with Foden. Even to a certain extent, Trippier at the left back. They maybe just get an actual fucking left back. You know what I mean? Like, maybe just go to a team with a left back.
Oh, honestly, I'd try AlexanderArnold at left back over Trippier.
I would put Kyle on the left and Trent
even
on the
that,
right.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Walker's been shifted. He was shifted to centre back for England's last World Cup.
And Kyle Walker has honestly been one of the stars for England so far. One of their best players.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. There isn't enough time to really test a whole new team in this tournament.
No, bro.
So I don't know why he's doing that. And I don't know whether it's his decision or Trent's decision. I'm assuming it has to be his decision. He's the oak in charge. So he has to be going to Trent and being like, yo, Trent, I'm going to play you in mid. I doubt Trent is going to him and being like, yo, play me in mid.
Yeah, and again, Trent's a professional. He's going to do what the boss says, bro.
So yeah, at the end of the day, this is Southgate's fault.
Yep.
Do you think they should just kick him out? Did they just pull Ivory Coast, kick him out?
I would love to see it just for the madness, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're playing tomorrow, so it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
But yeah, I would have done it, bro. I genuinely would have done it. I would have. But the thing is, obviously, who's available?
Klopp.
Now that's my thing. I think Klopp in charge of this England team.
Yes, it sounds amazing, but we know Klopp isn't going to do
that. But Klopp won't do it.
He's and why would he? Well, imagine you take England notice on like 2 days' notice. Yeah, England, I'll go coach you.
Just for the lols.
Yeah, just for the lols. Yeah,
just for the lols. I mean, if they do something like, because like you'd want to take it seriously. You'd want to be prepared for it.
Obviously, you'd want to take it seriously.
I mean, I'd love to see it happen. Because Ivory Coast ended up winning the AFCON.
Yes, they won it, yeah.
Because of that decision, bro. Yeah. Maybe England take a page from their book. But yeah, it's not going to happen. I think the FA still love Southgate.
Yeah, he ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, and he's a yes man, I'm very sure.
Yeah.
But look, this is one of those situations where it's like you've made your bed. You know, England go into their last group stage game not at all comfortable in their group.
Yeah.
And they have to win. I think it's Slovenia they're playing in their last game. Again, on paper, they should do it. But what type of England team's going to show up on the night is anybody's guess.
Well, look, the fact that Conor Gaggs is starting, at least he's making some changes because
it's going to be different.
We saw zero change in the team that played this first and the second game. That was exactly the same team. So at least now he is making an active change. Whether just Conor Gaggs is enough, I don't know. Obviously, we both saying if Conor Gaggs is starting, we both saying we wouldn't start Foden.
Can Cole Palmer play striker?
I think he can, yeah. I think he can. I don't know if you.
I don't understand how Palmer hasn't had a single minute of.
Hey, Kobe Mainoo as well.
Kobe Mainoo as well, bro. I'm not gonna lie. In a sense of seniority, I do understand Gallagher getting a nod ahead of Kobe Mainoo. But after seeing Gallagher already now twice, you know what I mean? Like, you might as well give Kobe Mainoo a chance because I don't see Kobe Mainoo doing any worse than Gallagher's been doing.
The thing is, if we're talking seniority, Paul Palmer's also just an 18-year-old. They're both fucking kids.
That's true,
they both have someone senior who could play in front of them.
In Palmer's defense, I'll say, didn't he finish like 1 goal behind Haaland in the Premier League?
I think it was more than one, but he was very close at one point.
It was super close. Like at that point, if you know you need a goal,
but
throw
again,
on the kid, bro.
I don't think Foden and Palmer play that different to each other. They're both going to cut in. They're both going to look to shoot. I think playing either one of them is the same.
I suppose, bro. I just think since Foden's not working, try Palmer.
The only real players who offer you something different are Bowen, who we've seen come in and play, and Anthony Gordon. Because Gordon's going to stick wide. Bowen's pretty much an all-rounder. He can do pretty much whatever he wants to.
Look, or Watkins or Tony. I guess there's a number of players that can bring something different to the team. It's just a matter of, is that different going to work? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, bro. Yeah, it's weird. Even the defense of England.
Look defensively, like they've actually looked all right.
They've only conceded like 2 goals, I think, all tournament. So it's I don't understand where you look at the team, and again, it's so hard to see the flaw until you watch them play, bro.
Yes, because the flaw is fucking picking the team. Let's move on though. Spain have looked amazing.
Wait, that's just ahead of the England game against Slovenia. You think you're gonna win it?
Yeah, I still think they're going to win it.
You kind of have to,
yeah, it's
regardless of who starts.
The quality is just so much. All it takes is, and that's again like England is kind of a team with like much like Man United moments. They just need one player to have one good moment and they'll win.
Yep.
And I think the quality on the team outweighs the shittiness of Southgate.
This is their last chance to show improve, obviously, ahead of the round of 16. I will say this. I think they'll win it. I don't think it's coming home at all.
No, not at all.
I don't think they're winning this tournament after how things have been looking. But yeah,
I don't even think they're making the semi-finals, to be honest.
I
think they're out of the round of 16.
Round of 16 they're gone, bro.
A team that won't be gone, though, is Spain. Spain have looked amazing. Probably the biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise for me?
For sure, the biggest surprise. Nobody had Spain in their winners, but I'd say they have looked the best in the tournament. Yep. Like no other team has looked
game for game.
We would have said Germany, but obviously we saw Germany's game last night where they barely.
Portugal as well. Portugal, they got a big win.
Yes, but even Spain have looked better structurally because I mean Spain made Croatia look like fucking
amateurs,
like tater tots. Yeah. So let's talk about Spain for a second. Nobody really gave them their flowers, and I mean rightfully so. You look on paper, that team is nothing.
They're so young, also.
Yeah, super young. And speaking of youth, though, Yamal and Nico Williams, they add so much to that team. Having them on the wings, because even if one of them gets consistently crowded out, you can play to the other one.
Exactly.
And they both.
This is a constant thorn, bro.
Exactly, and they're both good enough to kind of do what they want. Obviously, Yamal's a lot younger.
But 16, eh?
16
years old.
I was
reading reports that Spain may actually get fined because Germany's labor laws state that under 18 child can't work past 8 o'clock or something.
Homie's got fucking biology homework he's got to complete.
Like, bro, that's insane.
That is insane. He's looked very good though. I'm still gonna say I did pick him for my young player of the tournament, and I still think he will be because fucking Arda Güler didn't even fucking start for Turkey in their last game.
I don't know why you wouldn't have started him.
That is.
And they got obviously hammered by Portugal, 3-0.
Yeah,
and that one with the best own goals you'll ever see.
Beautiful. But Spain have looked incredible. I think even like the midfielder, there's that Fabian.
Pedri's look good, bro.
Pedri's look pretty. Pedri's look. He was very good in the first game. He was okay in the second game.
Tiny player.
Very tiny. But
tiny player.
Fabian Ruiz, I think that's his name. The dude who
got a boot on him, bro.
Dude, he has a boot on him, and I've never heard of this dude before. Kind of looks like Madison.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's very good in the first two games. He's kind of obviously like Rodri is Rodri. He will do Rodri things.
Yeah.
But he's kind of been my most impressive like player in that Spain.
Aside from
team.
Yamal, obviously.
But yeah, Fabian Ruiz from never hearing him before to him being like a fucking game changer for the Spain team.
Whenever he takes a shot, bro, it's like you watch that ball because if it's on target, it's gonna test, bro. Spain have definitely been a surprise from front to back, bro.
And we saw their last game. I think their last game was Italy, right?
I think that was their last
game. And we all expected that to be somewhat 50-50, and I think score-wise it was close.
Yep.
But if you watch the game, it was Spain attacking, bro, the whole time. Italy was just defending.
Spain.
Donnarumma had to pull out so many saves. Even that dude, Ayoze Perez.
I can't believe this man.
Dude, that dude came on as a sub and was a killer.
How, bro? Of all people.
Dude, I saw that dude come on and he literally killed it.
Of all people, bro. And I've been super surprised by Spain. I definitely can say that I'm one of the people that didn't really give them their flowers going into it because I looked at the team and I thought, cool, looks decent.
Yeah, it looks that's the thing, on paper.
I didn't think that they were going to be on the pitch, bro, regardless of results, the way they play.
Yeah, they play very good soccer, but also like what we saw in I think it was the Croatia game, but it was the first.
It was Spain, 1-0. They beat Italy.
They beat Italy. I think it was the Croatia game, but they won and they had less than 50% possession. And this is the first time since like 2008 that Spain have won a game with less than 50% possession.
Wow.
So maybe that whole tiki-taka era is done.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not really gonna just pass and control for the sake of passing and controlling. And it's working so far because they look lethal, dude. Dudes, Morata, I know neither of us picked him for golden boot or whatever, but
we knew he'd come.
Yeah, we knew he'd come through.
Spain,
there's certain players like Shaqiri for fucking Switzerland as well. There's certain players who do
Xhaka for Switzerland.
Xhaka as well. There's certain players that do just for like pull out for their country, like no matter the situation. And yeah, Morata's actually looks very good. He could have scored in that Italy game. He did have a chance. He took an extra touch. He didn't need to. But yeah, for them to go pretty much, they've played 3 games now.
Spain.
Yeah.
They're about to play their third.
Okay,
I think their third is against someone like Albania or something.
Okay, which they will probably win that as well. But in their first 2 games, they have looked the best in the tournament. Without a doubt, the best in the tournament so far.
In the Italy game, that one goal that they got to win, it was an Italy own goal, but that goal was absolutely forced by Spain.
Yeah, by Spain.
They were just relentless, bro. And that's how they've been week in, week out, like you've said. Nico Williams obviously linked with a few clubs, Arsenal namely, but all the talk is that he's super happy at Athletic. You see the way this dude is playing, I don't blame him for it. Clearly things are going fine, bro. Like, he is such a player. And, I think whoever they get in the round of 16, good luck, bro. they've shot up in terms of my prediction to win the tournament, or at least go all the way. You think they'll
win it? Yeah.
Not so much. I think they'll win it. I think again when I looked at my predictions, I have them going out at the same as to Germany with the way the tournament plays out in my mind. So if it still comes down to Spain versus Germany, I'm a lot less confident of that result now. But yeah, Spain versus Albania next. You said it. They're gonna walk over them. I think. All due respect to Albania.
And that respect due is very little.
It's very little, but yeah, I've been stumped. I genuinely think Yamal probably young player of the tournament at the ratings are going, bro.
If he continues to start, I know they have other players like Ayazabal. What's that?
But yeah, but he's old. He's like 27 years old.
So if they do continue to start Yamal, which I hope they do,
they should, bro.
Dude, yeah. Like what's nice about Yamal is because he's so young, he's not necessarily looking to go out there and play his game. Yep. He's very like adjustable. He can work out to whatever's happening, because we saw a few times where they pass him the ball and he just kind of just walked with it and then passed back.
Yeah.
He's not always looking to get his thing in. He's not always looking to get past the guy.
He's an intelligent player, bro.
Yeah, he's a
smart
player.
Play like he's 16 years old. You
doesn't.
think he's a seasoned player, bro.
So if they do continue to play him, which I hope they do, I mean the kid deserves it. I think he will. I think he really will still be.
Either he or Nico Williams gets a goal against Albania, bro.
Yeah, or both of them.
Or both of them, bruv. Yeah, they are definitely well on their way to the round of 16. Another player who's been impressing, Cristiano Ronaldo at Portugal. Look, he was so unselfish in the last game,
super
bro.
Unselfish. And,
very unselfish in the last game. But Portugal overall so far in the tournament, what do you think?
Still my favorites.
No?
I put a lot of props on them at the beginning, and I think they are kind of showing up. Their first game was a bit slow.
Yeah.
But their second game now to beat Turkey. Have they played 3 games actually? Portugal.
They beat Turkey 3-0 2 nights ago. No, I think they still have a third game.
They still have another. Oh yes, they do. They do still have another one. Yeah, we totally right. So yeah, they beat Turkey 3-0.
Portugal versus Georgia next.
That's a done deal. But yeah, look, Portugal firmly in control. Portugal firmly in control. I mean,
that's your favorite for the tournament still? After everything you've seen?
Portugal and Ronaldo. Look, obviously Ronaldo doesn't have a goal yet in the tournament, but he's got an assist. And his positioning and his runnings is very good.
He's been unlucky also.
He's been very unlucky. Hit the post. But yeah, Portugal firmly in control. They look good.
Yeah.
Defensively, there's a bit of questions to be asked there. Fair enough. But we've seen Costa make a few big saves. They still look like they're figuring out what to do with right back. We've seen Telo start one game, not start the other game.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the main man, Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think he's having a good tournament.
I think he's having a good tournament.
Goals and all,
dude, if you watch Portugal play and you focus on Ronaldo, this dude never stops. He's on the last defender. He's making it run. He's calling for the ball. He's always doing something. And I think you look at like especially what's happening now with Harry Kane in England. Mm-hmm. Ronaldo is still the best striker in the world.
Yeah, for sure. He's at least the best striker in this tournament.
Yeah, he's the best striker in this tournament.
He's the best striker. Bar Morata.
Oh, fuck Morata, dude. Morata can fucking. But Ronaldo is still he is so lethal, and you literally see him switch on every time a ball comes to him. You see him switch on. An issue that especially in the first game, it seems like they don't really just want to yeet in a cross to him. I think there were a bit more crosses in the second game, but when you've got Ronaldo there, you kind of have to just feed him. Yeah. And I know there's going to be people out there like, oh no, don't just feed Ronaldo. He's Ronaldo. You feed Ronaldo.
Yeah,
if he's got the chance, you give Ronaldo
on the ground or in the air.
And we've seen Ronaldo giveth and he taketh away, dude. Because we saw he gave that assist to Bruno. So
and he honestly could have gone for goal. I mean, he probably would have scored.
Every single person on earth thought Ronaldo was going to shoot
Ronnie goal, bro. And then when he passed it off, I was like, no way.
But that goes to show you again mentally where his head is at. I think his head
team first, bro.
Yeah, I think his head is a lot better than where he was in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's necessarily just where he is in life. Obviously, coming off a great season at Al Nassr, and the World Cup was a very tough time with the whole United thing and his kid dying. But Ronaldo is clearly doing that. Shows you his mentality. He's here to see the team succeed.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, in a way, that pass was more impactful than him scoring a goal.
100%, bro.
Because that shows the teammates, that shows the fans, that shows 100%. Everyone that he is willing to work for this team. And we've seen pundits, and I think we even saw João Cancelo. He said the team is better without Ronaldo. No.
Cancelo needs to watch his mouth.
Yeah, he needs to watch your fucking mouth, Cancelo. But yeah, and I think with that, Ronaldo becomes the player with the most ever Euro assists.
Yeah.
And also,
he's already the top goal scorer in Euros history.
And also, he was wearing Bruno's boots in the second half. I don't know if you saw that story.
No.
Apparently, Ronaldo had an issue with his boots in the first half. Bruno gave him a pair of his boots in the second half. And again, who did he make that assist to?
Bruno.
So maybe the boots did it. Maybe Ronaldo just wanted the most assist record.
Look, it makes sense. It fits his character. Like you said, he taketh the boots and he giveth an assist.
But it was nice as like the boots had like Bruno's daughter's name on them.
Oh, dope.
So clearly Ronaldo and Bruno are still quite close. That is good to see.
Ronaldo's also getting a lot of good PR because of one of the kids that lines up with the players.
Don't do that.
The T-Rex hands.
But yeah, no, Ronaldo is. I know he's not scored a goal.
Yeah,
we've mentioned that.
But he's looked good, bro.
He's been very good.
Give him his props.
He's been very good.
That man is 30. How old?
35.
And he's at the Euros, bro.
Yeah.
And he's at the Euros. And he's leading that line. Yeah, and he's playing most minutes,
bro. He might be older than 35.
I want to say he's like 37.
Yeah, he might be like 36, 37.
And yeah, look, he's playing like damn near 70 plus minutes every game so far.
No, and again, the same thing with Kante. People thought Kante was done.
What a comeback.
Exactly. What people seem to forget is Saudi Arabia is hot as hell.
Yeah, to play in those conditions.
And then to come back to like fucking Germany, they must be like, oh, this is the fucking best. This is the dream.
Light work.
Because again, Ronaldo is playing 90 minutes for Al Nassr. Every single game, the man is playing 90 minutes. I don't know about Kante, but I'm sure he's playing close to 90 minutes for whatever Saudi team he's at.
I thought he was still a free agent, to be honest.
He's in Saudi, which is basically a free agent. But to play in those conditions, full 90 minutes, I would still argue that Ronaldo is more fit than 70 to 80% of the players in this tournament.
Yeah.
Just based off of fitness alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't take away anything from him. I know the Saudi League is the Saudi League. But there are certain things where it's harder in the Saudi League.
True.
It's fucking hot, dude.
You saw that World Cup, bro. We had how many breaks per game because players needed water breaks. Like I don't think that's a norm in just regular Saudi League football,
it's not a
bro.
norm. But look, all props to Portugal. There are certain players who I think are underperforming. Rafael Leao.
Yeah.
What a waste.
That's why I said in the beginning, he is also either hit or miss. He's hot and cold, bro.
But
he's not consistent.
He's gotten 2 yellow cards for diving in these 2 games.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that. Both of them were fucking diving.
Yeah. Look, ability-wise, the kid has it all. Physically, he's a specimen. You look at him play, he's clearly got it. Yeah. I just think mentally, he's not. His IQ, his football IQ, maybe just isn't quite there.
Yeah.
If it were up to, yeah, I know I know. Rafael Leao at me, bro.
Easy now, easy Southgate.
Yeah, but if it was up to me, and even like Bernardo Silva, I hate Bernardo Silva.
Got a good goal.
I get to get a good goal, but I hate Bernardo Silva on the right wing. Terrible. Just play him in the mid.
That's wasted.
Put someone else on the right wing, and you know who else you can put there? Fucking João Felix. Why the fuck hasn't João Felix played a single game? So if it were up to me, I would take Vitinha out. I think Vitinha, and I know he's been good.
I was going to say, I think he's looked pretty okay.
But I think Vitinha and Bernardo Silva are redundant. I think they do the same thing.
No?
So let's take Vitinha out. Let's put Bernardo Silva in his spot, and then we'll put João Felix out on the wing.
Well, I'm not against seeing that. Look, obviously, I'm not the biggest Portugal fan, but I do like what I'm seeing, and I think João Felix probably makes things a little bit more interesting.
Because we've even seen Pedro Neto come on before João Felix.
That's very true. Like, did João Felix say something about
and I know
Martinez's mom?
I hope so. That's the only reason you don't play. But we've seen like Pedro Neto obviously is good, plays at Wolves.
Yes. He's obviously just had injury.
Obviously, he's a good player, but it is odd that he's being like picked second choice winger now.
I haven't seen much of João Felix. I just remember, I'm pretty sure I've read enough about him since he went to Barcelona to know that he had a decent season. Definitely a better season than Pedro Neto.
Yeah. And I mean, to play for Barcelona, come on, dude. That's the standard at Barca is a lot higher than fucking Wolves. Let's be honest.
The standard at Barca, I mean, like, there's a lot of different... The standards there in general, bro. But yeah, I feel you. João Felix probably does deserve some time
and
on
Jota
the pitch, bro.
Definitely deserves a start. Jota is a beast, dude.
Yep.
The amount of work he puts in, and he's not super selfish. I think if you had him there instead of Leao, and Leao has not proven himself in 2 games, results. Let's just start Jota. On the wing. Jota, Ronaldo, João Felix. That's your front 3.
That wins you the Euros.
It at least wins you a game against Georgia.
And it wins you my heart. They are Portugal, Georgia. We think it's going to be a Portugal walkover.
Let's be honest, dude. This is...
I mean, if they put 3 past Turkey...
One of these places is a fucking state in America. And it's not Portugal.
They put 3 past Turkey. If they could put 3 past Turkey, I think they could put 5 past Georgia, bro.
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia is going to have to try and carry that nation on his back. I don't think it's going to happen, bro. Yeah, I think Portugal, absolute landslide win. Can we talk about France next, bro?
Yeah, we're going to go France.
Shaky.
Very shaky.
Shaky. Obviously, their last game was France versus Holland, which was a weird game.
First 0-0 of the
Holland should have won.
Holland should have won.
Not have been
Goal should not. Look,
I think Mainen absolutely. It was literally saved by the bell type shit, bro. He's just so lucky.
Look, whether saved by the bell or not, unfortunately, the rules are the rules.
Yeah.
And I think technically, yes, he is in the way.
I don't even think Mainen looked at that ball with the attempt to dive in.
No, I don't think.
That's why I'm like, he's not in the way.
I don't think he was gonna dive, but technically, if he were to dive, he would have been in the way.
Yeah, I think if that Dutch player was like one step forward, you know what I mean. But at the same time, this is also why I wish that they made the ref go and look at the screen, because I think the ref could have looked at it and been like, listen. Let's call it like it is. Whether that player was there or not, Mainen was not diving for it. He was not saving
I
that.
know, but on a technicality, look, I don't like it either. But I think on a technicality, yeah, he's offside.
No, I don't think it should. I don't think that was any significant.
It's not significant, but let's look at the rules.
Rules are the rules.
He is in a spot that is kind of like taking up Mainen's space.
Rules are the rules.
If Mainen were to dive, the dude would have been standing.
But this is another case of where I say if a decision takes like 5 minutes to make, give it to the attacker, bro, because clearly you can't decide.
I know,
but no, look, Holland looked good. Javi Simmons looked really good.
I like Javi Simmons a lot. I had him in close talk for young player of the tournament because he is still very young.
Yeah, well.
It's not impressed me. Memphis Depay. Get Memphis Depay out of there.
Yeah, I think he's good to have on the pitch, just in terms of someone.
You know who's good to have Weghorst. Let's start Weghorst instead of Memphis
Depay.
Depay.
If you start Weghorst, you lose that special power of bringing him on, bro. Like, Weghorst has looked good,
but
like,
I don't know why Memphis out here wearing a headband now, looking like an NBA player.
Isn't he a rapper? So I'm pretty sure
focus on the football, mate. Focus on the football.
Like flashbacks of his time with United all over again. No, France have looked shaky. They obviously don't have Mbappe. They didn't have Mbappe for the Holland game.
They should just play him. Play him with the mask. Get a purple mask.
Should just play with the Ninja Turtles mask and made everybody happy, because that's all we want to see, really. We don't really just want to see him.
Imagine that Ultimate Team card.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
People would go crazy.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Bups.
They'd have gone crazy. But yeah, it was weird, bro. I think I expected
I saw people saying that Mbappe is the only player to wear a mask and lose order.
That's someone maybe on this something, bro.
But again, I really don't think he likes the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comparisons.
Yeah, but fuck him, bro.
It's really not the worst comparison.
Not the worst.
Like
we saw the Cole Palmer pictures.
Exactly.
Bro.
I'm sure Ozil got way worse in his day.
Like if I'm opening social media to see pictures of me with Teenage Mutant Ninja,
it's not bad.
I'm chuckling.
Like at least that's cool, dude. And
like, bro,
I'll be Mikey. You know,
Mikey, bro. They should have played him. They needed him, and they shouldn't have needed him, because the players on the pitch for France on the night should have been able to get a result of some kind more than just a draw. But fair play Holland, bro. I think they went into the game underdogs inherently, regardless of who you had favourites for this competition. They went in it as underdogs, and I think they looked the better team.
They did look the better team,
at least for most parts of the game.
It was a very defensive game. I think both teams defensively, that's their strong suit.
Yeah. You kind of saw it get to a point in the 80-something minute where both teams kind of made it very clear, like, we'll take a draw. We'll take a point.
But France without Mbappé. It's tough, dude. Like, I know Dembele is there, and Dembele actually
look like England without Mbappe.
That's I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, I know Dembele actually didn't have.
He had a good game.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad game.
I think he had a good game.
He didn't have a bad game, to be honest. But I mean, you got players like Rabiot. Rabiot should have scored 2 goals in that fucking game.
Yeah, Rabiot should have walked off with the match ball, brother.
I don't know why he's looking to pass in those situations. He's looking to pass the ball in. Dude, it's on your left foot. Don't pass to Griezmann. Don't pass to Dembele.
Don't pass to Griezmann.
Take the shot.
To be fair, I was also surprised by Griezmann. He actually couldn't really gather it. I think even he expected Rabiot to go for goal, bro.
Yes, I think so too. Griezmann has also kind of had a poor tournament so far, because also we expect a lot from Griezmann. We've seen him do so well season after season. He carried
them before Mbappe got there.
That's the thing, we've seen him do so well. You do kind of expect him to shine more when Brababs isn't there.
Yeah.
But Yeah, Rabiot, I think Rabiot had it. He had the power of the sun in the palm of his hands.
Palm of his hand.
And he could have made a difference. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know
He
if
should have won it.
If
It should have been a France win that we're speaking about.
And hey, look, man, United is still, I think, looking to sign him for free at some point.
Isn't his mom his agent, and she's made negotiations very difficult in the
Yeah,
past.
we'll sign his mom too.
Sign his mom.
France, yeah, I think the more I see them, the less enthused I am about them. And
we expected a slight drop off
Yeah.
from them for this tournament. It could just be because Mbappe's not there.
that's the thing. I could honestly like Babs is really that good. He could be the single catalyst that makes a difference. But
But I hate that. Kind of makes them seem like posers, bro. Like if one dude makes your team like that, come on, guys. You all World Cup winners,
look
bro.
at Messi at Argentina. You take Messi out that team. I don't know.
But everybody knows that at least about Argentina. You know what I mean?
I think we know that now about Babs.
Fuck,
The dude scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final.
But you look at that team was good, bro. That French team was good.
No, it is good. Netherlands is okay. Netherlands, what happened in the first game? They won.
Yeah, I think they did. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. I do remember them winning.
Netherlands look okay. I think Reinders has actually. He actually didn't look amazing in this in the second game, but in the first game, Reinders actually very good.
Yeah.
And what's tough for them is similar to not having Babs. They don't have Frankie de Jong. He's a vital piece, and he's just so damn good that he would have made a difference for this Netherlands squad.
Their first game, they beat Poland 2-1.
They beat Poland 2-1. Yeah, that was actually a good game, game of the tournament so far, in my opinion.
My game of the tournament, bro, was
Georgia, Albania.
Nah. It was Austria.
Oh yeah, Austria.
Oh my
Romania?
gosh, bro.
It was also some random ass.
That game was sick, bro. Yeah, France, I don't know if anybody still has them as a favorite for the tournament. I know it's just 2 games. I know it's just the group stage. I know they don't have Mbappe. But it doesn't look like they are that well-oiled machine that took Argentina all the way to the final in the last World Cup.
Yeah, maybe they just have a bit of international hangover.
Possibly. I mean, I feel a bit bad that Mbappe missed his last game. Obviously, he did speak ahead of the tournament about how keen he was for this one. This is the one he doesn't have. He's the captain, blah, blah, blah. So when he comes back into the team, I'm fairly sure he's going to be back with a vengeance. And we could be having a very different conversation next week. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'm not pipping them for absolute favorites. I didn't from the beginning, but I think it's been a bit of a knock for them. Their last game of the group stage is against, let me actually pull it up here because I know that I think they have guaranteed themselves a win in their group though.
I don't know, with a win and a draw, I don't know. Maybe.
They've got Poland.
Oh well, that's a done deal.
Poland tomorrow, so
only one of those teams is still in the tournament.
Yeah, yeah, I think they'll at least beat Poland, and they are second in their group to Holland on goal difference. So Holland will obviously have Austria up in their last game.
That actually should be a good game.
I mean, Austria-Poland was a smasher. I don't think Netherlands are going to walk over Austria like I think France probably could against Poland. So maybe France come out of this on top of their group. But yeah, that's France. And then on to my favorites, brother.
A team who definitely will come out top of their group.
Germany, boy. Obviously started the tournament with a huge win. 5-1 against Scotland. Second game of the tournament.
Third game of the tournament.
It's Jamal Musiala is having a hell of a tournament. So is Florian Wirtz.
So yeah, the other young players.
So is Florian Wirtz, bro. Look, to be fair, a lot of those players. Fulkrug, bro. Absolute hero.
Dude,
absolute hero.
If we're gonna talk about players who pull out for their country,
clutch, brother. Like that dude he may be down for play of the tournament, bro.
What's funny is all he needs is 2 touches.
Literally,
1 touch, 2 touches.
Clinical, bro. Clinical. Would you take him at United?
Yes.
No?
I actually really would take Manchester United.
I feel like he's a player that I've just absolutely just been low-key disrespecting and not taking him seriously enough, bro. He's a player.
We have been. I mean, he plays for Dortmund, right?
Yes.
And they made it obviously they made it far in the Champions League.
Yada. No, he's a player.
So he is a player. And we saw in the last World Cup, he is a player.
That's true.
He was the one.
That's true. And look, this game, obviously their last game 1-1 against Switzerland. Switzerland, might I say, brilliant this Euros so far. I think that they look way better than I expected them to look. And I feel like they kind of low-key showing Southgate how it's done. Because you saw when they went 1-0 up against Germany, they sat back and defended smartly, bro.
they sat back with an entire 11-man team. Because I think Germany ended with like 15, 16 shots.
You know, the thing is, even with Switzerland sitting back like that, they still had more chances at goal, bro. Yeah. They literally can't. They still had Germany on the back foot while defending smartly. And they don't have a team with near the quality as England.
But again, though, what does that get you? Germany scored in the 94th minute.
It took them 94 minutes, though. What I'm saying is, like, if Switzerland play like that against a team as not Germany, you're getting wins, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, you may be a bit bored, but that wasn't even boring. Even while they were sitting back, they were still playing the better football for a lot of that game, bro.
I don't know.
In terms of keeping possession, obviously Sommer in goal was really good up until that last minute, but when Fulkrug's there, bro.
But also that Germany Germany disallowed goal.
That's also true. But that was disallowed, though.
Yeah, Musiala did foul, but I mean, Sommer had a fucking putrid save when he missed that one.
Yeah, but look, he turned it around, I think. You know what I mean? I think after that moment, he was saved by VAR there, and he had a solid game overall.
Well, look, even with Germany, I think Germany had like fucking 14, 15, 16 goals, shots, and even out of that, imagine that. And even out of that, I think only 4 were on target.
Yeah.
So like someone didn't have to do that much, to be honest.
Look, again, I think a lot of that is just down to also how the Swiss were defending. Like I said, Akanji had a really good game, bro.
He did have a good game.
But I think
Fabian Shaw also plays with
them. I was impressed, bro. Again, Switzerland went into that game the underdogs. They knew that if they got an early goal, you have to hold it down. And a point for them from that game is good. That's a good result for them still, bro.
Yeah.
They go on to the next round. Granit Xhaka with his second man of the match performance in 2 games.
Yeah.
Didn't shout out Kante, by the way. 2 man of the match performances for France in 2 games as well. Switzerland look really, really good. I'm super excited to see how they do in the next round. But Germany, I still have them, irrespective of the fact that they made this late comeback, I do still have them as favorites because, like you pointed out, they absolutely threw everything at Switzerland, bro.
They did.
They threw everything at Switzerland. And it was just unlucky they came up against the Switzerland that resilient on the night. Any other night could have been an absolute Germany win. But yeah, dude, so far I think there's at least 2 players there who you would tip for young player of the tournament with Musiala and Wirtz. You know, like they're not doing Yamal type things, you know, because Yamal's been showing so much flair also, bro. Like, but those dudes are ballers, bruv.
They're definitely ballers. The Germany team as a whole are ballers, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, we saw Havertz didn't have a great game.
Nah, it was one of those Chelsea performances for Havertz, bro.
Yeah, hey.
It wasn't good. He had one nice opportunity to kind of volley it on his left foot and he just
smashed it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one thing that I give them props for is they managed to keep their heads and find an equalizer, bro. Jonathan Tah obviously going to be suspended for the next game, but I think they probably got some defender on the bench.
There will be someone. Even Schlotterbeck.
I think that's the player actually that is being tipped to fill in for him. But yeah, are you a bit more of a believer in Germany for the Euros? I know you're still obviously back in Portugal, but am I a bit more justified in my in my prediction?
No, look, I think even when Germany don't necessarily have a great team, the fact that it is at Germany's home, like
gives them an home
advantage. So there were signs that pointed to Germany going at least very far in this tournament. Whether they win or not, I don't know. It's going to be tough, but they will go far for sure.
Yeah. They've already qualified, obviously.
Yeah, they've already qualified.
Who is their final game against? Oh, they are done. Are they done?
Oh yeah, that was their last game. That was their third game. So yeah,
that was their last game.
They top of the log.
Yep.
Yeah, this is...
They needed that goal to get a point to go top of their group. If they didn't get that goal, then Switzerland would have topped the group.
This is pretty much what I expected. I'm going to be honest. I don't think anyone is shocked by them topping their group. I don't think anyone is shocked by them... well, I guess people are a bit shocked by them drawing with Switzerland, to be honest.
No.
But yeah, they look good. I think with a team like that, where players like... You've got a nice mix of like... super young, talented like Musiala and shit,
and experience.
So like, there's a good mix because even like Rudiger's been solid.
Well, up until did you see the if he just ran normal?
Yeah, I know.
If he ran normal, it would have been.
But I mean, again, Rudiger doing Rudiger things. Though. That's just what he does. Neuer has been on and off so far. I don't know what to think, but he made a good save against that Xhaka shot in this game. So yeah, Germany, okay, I still don't think they'll
go all the way.
I don't think quality-wise they look as good as teams like Spain or Portugal.
Dude, I think this game's gonna have pissed Nagelsmann off enough for them. The next time you see them, bro,
Yeah, they can come back with a vengeance.
Their next game is actually going to be whoever finishes second in the England-Denmark group. Or I should rather say England, Denmark, Slovenia, because Slovenia are still in with a shout here, bro.
And Slovenia have a big they have a big word in who's actually going to finish top.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's who Germany's going to take on next. I think they beat either of the three at the very least, bro. And then Switzerland, unfortunately, are taking on whoever finishes second between Spain and Italy. That's going to be a bit of a tricky one.
That'll be Italy for sure.
So Switzerland versus them, that's going to be a good game, regardless of the winner. But yeah, I think Germany are pretty much safe for the round of 16. Yeah,
Germany are safe for sure, yeah.
But yeah, those are my boys, bro. I think that they are doing the things. I love the style of football that's being played by Nagelsmann. I think that was a good appointment. And I think it was a good decision for him to extend his time with them because he clearly knows how to use these players, which is refreshing to see, bro. And yeah, I think, look, aside from that, any other honorable mentions you want to give, like a Switzerland, Austria? Like, Turkey obviously shat the bed in that last game against Portugal, but they are still my dark horse, bro. Like, I still think that if... just start Arda Güler. Just start him and let whatever happens, happen, bro, because that kid is insane, and I need him to get more minutes so I can have a little bit more clout for the young player of the tournament shout, bro.
I honestly can't think of anything.
Golden Boot, no surprise, Golden Boots. Okay, Harry Kane is out of it, bro.
Yeah, well, if we're saying Harry Kane's out of it.
Harry Kane is out of it. So far, we're looking at Musiala. We're looking at Fulkrug.
Yeah. Because I'm saying, if we're saying Kane's out, then we're saying Ronaldo's out too.
But Ronaldo, Portugal will stay in it more, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
I think Ronaldo could have a madness in 1 or 2 games. Like more so than Harry Kane from the rate we're seeing things, bro. But yeah, I think, look, Diego Costa still looks on course for me. I'm still backing him for Golden Glove. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to the group stages. We don't even know if we'll be sitting here talking about England in the round of 16 next time.
We don't even know if we'll be sitting here. End of story.
Yeah, that's the bigger message. Yeah. Tomorrow's not promised, people.
The Euros aren't promised.
The Euros aren't promised.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Obviously, we basically seen the end of the group stages. Who are your favorites? Who are your dark horses? Who do you think has stunk up the bed? Obviously, we're all going to say England.
We'll catch you in the next one.